Co-main event of UFC 279, Li Jingliang and Tony Ferguson. And my, oh my, am I worried for Tony boy? He's been taking a beating in his last couple fights, man. And although he looked like he was redeeming himself in the Michael Chandler fight, he had a really good first round. He dropped Michael Chandler, but then he got a bazooka kicked to the face, sent to the nether realm. He got knocked out cold, and then his head went crashing down onto the canvas, man. Like, terrible KO with his age, with the Gaethje beatdown. In my opinion, other people may like to differ on the. You know, I've seen some predictions online from people. They still credit an iron chin to Tony Ferguson, but we was talking about earlier, T, weren't we?
Yeah.
The chin for fighters, man. Durability wears away the more beatings that you take.
Exactly.
If you have an iron chin and you take a few haymakers here and there and you firm it and you're able to evade shots and so on and so forth, you can have it and prolong it throughout your career. But when you take beatings like that, what Tony Ferguson's had, it worries me. And especially fighting the likes of Li Jingliang, someone who has that boxing base who already, not just like a power puncher not just someone with power in their strikes, but someone with a good striking base. So they can set up their shots. They can see shots coming. Li Jingliang has that. And he does that. He shows a lot of different looks. Good jab to the stomach, good head movement. He always throws a nice little a leg kick just to mix it in. And then he lines up his power shots very well. And he puts people's lights out. Like we saw with Muslim Salikov, like we saw with Santiago Ponzinibbio. Li Jingliang looks like, compared to when he fought, I think it was Neil Magny, he looked a bit lazy. He didn't really look like his engine was going. But since then, he's really put on a good show for himself. He looks improved. Looks like he's a force to be reckoned with at the moment. And I'm worried for Tony Ferguson because the damage that he's been taking, like, it's just a matter of time until he gets put to sleep again, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know what? You're right there. It does wear down over the years. It does go away. The chin does, he's taken damage. He takes damage like freely. It's like he does like to take damage. In the Gaethje fight, he took so much damage. He probably took more damage than he was meant to. As the commentators said, it was game stopping hits he was taking. So his chin is definitely wearing it down. So that will definitely bring in a factor, especially against Jing Lian, who's a very strong opponent. He's a good finisher. He's got a good right hand. He gets knockouts, as we've seen in his previous fights. So it will be a good fight because we can't count out Ferguson at all. He is a good performer. He gets finishes. He's had a string of wins before this little spell of losses.
Out of losses, yeah. He was on the tear.
He was on. He had a string of wins, win after win. So we can't count him out. He's still got it. So it will be a great fight, but I'm gonna have to lean with Jing Lian this one. I think that's who I'm going with this one.
Yeah, and I think you're right, man. Tony Ferguson did look good, like in the Chandler fight, for example. Like, we know he's still dangerous. We know he's still got ability in him. But I'm just worried for the chin, really, man. I think if he's able to avoid it, well, he's not going to be able to avoid the shots. I mean, look in the Chandler fight, right? Even in the first round, he was putting work on Chandler. He was hitting him with a lot of shots, but he was still getting clipped with a lot of shots. And I think if Jing Liang catches him clean, right, with one of his power shots, anybody in that division's in trouble because he hits hard. He does hit hard, and he has got good technique and placement of his shots. So it's all about those combination of things which creates knockouts. And Jing Liang has good striking, man. And I think this is going to be the end of Tony Ferguson, to be honest with you.
You reckon?
I think we're going to see a good round from Tony Ferguson. But I think similarly, like in the Chandler fight, it's going to be one shot. And I think we're going to see Tony Ferguson crumble yet again. I just do not see him being the same after the beatings day, especially the Chandler KO. That was a very bad KO, man. Yeah, that's life changing. The Gaethje, and if he does display an iron chin, then he's just a freak of nature. Yeah. If he displays an iron chin and he's able to take the shots of Li Jingliang, he beats Li Jingliang. Don't get me wrong. Like, if he's able to eat his shots, because he will outfight Jing Liang.
And he beats him on reach. So Jing Liang has to work very hard to get on the inside because he beats him on reach by at least 5 inches. So Jing Liang is taller than Ferguson by 1 inch.
Okay.
But in reach, Jing Liang is 71.5 inches, and Tony Ferguson is 76.5 inches. So
Oh, crazy. Okay.
the reach difference is crazy. So Jing Liang will
Didn't
have to
realise.
work. You know, he will have to work to get on the inside.
Let's see what happens. Could it be the end of Tony Ferguson? We think it is.
Yeah.
Do you see Jing Liang sending Ferguson into the Nether Realm yet again? Into the retirement home this time. The retirement realm.
I don't think he's finished yet. You know, I think we might there's a small chance that we might see the end of his losing spell, and boom, you know, we've got the old Tony Ferguson back, you know. But I think you're right there with the chin. That might be a problem. You know, he is wearing down, he is getting on, so you know, Jing Liang could finish him, and he is coming off of a win himself against Muslim. That was a good win as well, so he's coming in on a high, coming in with motivation. I reckon he might take it.
Yeah. Both going with Li Jingliang. And let me know who you think's going to win in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and we'll be back with more content.